It's 49 years ago this week that the Greek military junta, which ruled Greece, toppled the democratically elected president of Cyprus, Archbishop Makarios. And there were sirens early in the morning as the coup d'etat unfolded. And this led to a sort of domino effect where the Turkish invasion of the north of Cyprus then took place. And all of this really was set in motion by the bellicosity of the military junta, which had seized power in 1967, and the relationship of that regime and that of President Makarios of Cyprus was difficult from the very beginning. And on the 15th of July, 1974, the Greek military junta and its Greek Cypriot collaborators carried out the coup against the democratically elected president of Cyprus under the slogan that Alexander has entered the hospital. And the coup began. Makarios had just returned to the presidential palace in Nicosia from his weekend retreat in the Troodos Mountains, and he was about to meet or was actually meeting a group of Greek children who'd come in from Cyprus. And the shooting was excessive. The presidential palace was attacked by the National Guard, and Makarios protected the children and then escaped down an unguarded passage in the west of the presidential palace, and he fled to the Kyklos monastery and then to Paphos. When the state radio came on, Makarios addressed the people, saying, "You know this voice, I am Makarios and I am alive," encouraging them to resist the military junta. So say there was a domino effect, and it led to the invasion of the island by a Turkish, setting in place a Turkish minority rule, which is still there to this day. And very interestingly, it's the Turkish, a Turkish MP. He had been the Minister of Culture. He was quite an active Minister of Culture, unlike our own Nadine Dorries, our mute counterpart who hasn't spoken in Parliament for over a year, though she's taking the money. And this fellow is a fellow called Ömer Çelik. And he has spoken out firmly against the Greek policy of pushback and against the way the Greek Coast Guard have been attacking boats with migrants in them. And he says, governments are meeting, but we must deal with the issues without tension. And he says that the Greek Coast Guard pierces boats and kills migrants. And it sounds like a bit of drum banging, but I can say with my hand on my heart that it's true. And it's been going on for more than 20 years. So there isn't a moral superior position here. The Greeks are quite right that the spiral of nonsense, which started in Athens from the detested junta, ended up with a division of Cyprus. And equally, the Turks are quite right to point a finger at the Greek Coast Guard and say you are responsible for the deaths and for the torture and for the mistreatment of many, many hundreds of refugees and migrants. And this is a country which proudly boasts that they follow the principle of philotimo and kindness to strangers. It's not kindness of strangers to pepper a fishing boat with gunshot. It's not kindness of strangers, kindness to strangers to imprison people in a disused school and torture and rape them. It's not kindness of strangers to bribe those self-same victims to keep them quiet, or to hurry them out of the territory, or to drown them, or to get them to pinpoint the blame for smuggling on some random individuals that have been selected by these thuggish Coast Guards, some of whom are not indeed professionals, some of whom are just simply part-time thugs. So yeah, I'm very sorry about the anniversary of the invasion of Cyprus by the junta, the anniversary of the invasion of Cyprus by Turkey, and I'm very sorry that it takes a Turkish minister of culture to point the finger of blame and say to the Greek government, you are thugs, worse than barbarians.